Alright, hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're gonna start working on our project, which is learning JavaScript. I know it's been a while, so if you look into my first video, um, I don't know, it's not a lot of subscribers or even viewers yet, but it's kinda delayed from the first video. It's supposed to be record um right after the first video, so I figured something up, so I decided to delay it a bit, but hopefully we can be consistent from today and now on. So yeah, so let's start. So the first thing that we gonna look into is our Notion, because we're gonna keep track um, on our progress here, on what to do. A lot of things we gonna be saved here. So like the title said, it's never too late, and the first thing that we're gonna do is learn the basics. But before that, for you guys that are new to codings, we need a text editor to write our code. So maybe I'm also just gonna explain it. So what is programming and what is a code? So if we look into the perspective of the internet, so we can just search it, right? Okay, so programming. Okay, I'm not an expert, so I want you guys to learn how to search, how to read also, and I will give my opinion if I don't have a same definition of what written in the internet. So this is the AI overview. So programming is the process of writing a sequence of instructions called code that tells a computer what to do. So basically, if we need to communicate with our apps, so apps is our tools, and how we want the apps to respond need to be written in code. So if 1 plus 1, so the computer needs to know the value of 1 is added by 1, so what is the results. Okay, so later we will also try to replicate that matter, but yeah, so it allows humans to communicate with computers to solve problems, automate tasks, and create software, websites, and applications. Programmers use specific programming language such as Python or Java to develop these instructions. Okay, so you will also see like how the programming works. Of course, for those who just start code, you need to learn the basics about algorithm, like logics and so on. Okay, so but basically this is the 5 basic steps that the AI thinks how programming works. The first one is define the problem, identify the specific task or problem you want the computer to solve, plan the solutions. You need to create the scenario where how the program will solve the problem. So it developed a step-by-step plan or algorithm for how the computer will accomplish the task. And the third one is writing the code. Translate the algorithm into specific programming language that the computer can understand. Of course, after we write the code, we need to test and debug. Run the code to ensure it works correctly and fix any errors or bugs that arise. The last one is maintain and update. I hope that we can accomplish all of these steps, because I'm also planning like to show you guys how to deploy your applications or websites later that we will make into internet. So I hope this will give you a hint on how the learning path gonna be. I'm sorry, my English is really bad, but yeah, this is how it will looks like from the scratch. Okay, so we're gonna start by downloading our text editor. I will use Visual Studio Code. So I haven't installed this Visual Studio Code into this account yet, into this Windows yet, so we need to download it and install it by ourselves. So while we waiting for this thing to download and install, I'm sorry, I have a bad internet. So later you will find things about IDE or integrated development environment. So why I call this text editor or code editor, because Visual Studio Code can be used not for a specific programming language. It can be used for a lot of programming language and have the tools or plugins to run it. But we still need a lot of things to do. So let's just go install this. We will use this. We're gonna launch it. So this is our Visual Studio Code. Okay, so we already installed our Visual Studio Code. So what's next? Let me think a bit. Okay, so let's see. Let's go into the let's go into the documentations. Okay, so JavaScript documentation. Okay, we're gonna go here. Okay, welcome to get a start. Okay, environment setup, installing software, code editors. We already have that. We already have browsers. Graphics editor, version control tools. Oh yeah. Okay, so we need version control tool, so we're gonna download Git. So like in the first video that I said, the programmers need a version control. So it's not only get you like the documentation of your programs, your codes, it's also gonna help you like track record of the change that you've made to your code. So yeah, we need this. We're just gonna download the installer. This is just explanations of what code editors are available. So this is just tutorials on how to do it on the Visual Studio Code, I guess, because you need to create a directory for the project itself. Yeah, it told us to creating a structure folder for a website. Okay, let's see what's here. Oh, this is the terminal. Do I just gonna use Node.js, I guess. Yeah, let's see. But first I'm gonna install the Git. Oh, I already have this, but does it install here? Is it already installed? No, it's not installed yet. Or I already have it installed on the other users. Wait, let me think. Yeah. So this user is just for the things that I'm gonna do here for the YouTube video, for my codes, and it's a new fresh start, but I already have Git on the other users that I use personally for doing other things. So how do we gonna do this? We just gonna checklist this. We're just gonna use this Visual Studio Code. Okay, so what we're gonna do is connecting our Visual Studio Code into our GitHub. So I'm gonna access GitHub from the other tabs that I have here. I still want to be anonymous for a bit, so actually I just can't show you guys my username because I will be putting the link of the GitHub later in the video descriptions anyway, but whatever. Control-Shift-G. Oh, I already downloaded Git, so I think I need to reopen the Visual Studio Code. Okay, we already Okay, it's already detect the kit. So we're just gonna start doing things. So the first thing that we're gonna do is learn the basics. Where's the Notion? Okay, here, input, process, output, but we're gonna do it step by step. So because the website of the documentation is not giving us any like the basics that what we need to do on the what we need to do to learn the basics programming, like creating output. I think we will just use the other documentations, which is the W3 Schools JavaScript. Okay, so I think we can have more of this. So we're gonna go into the introductions. JavaScript, blah blah blah, is the programming language of the web. It can update and change both HTML and CSS. It can calculate, manipulate, and validate data. So why study JavaScript? JavaScript is one of the 3 languages all web developers must learn. So JavaScript is JavaScript to program the behavior of the web pages. So okay, so this is kinda advanced because we need to use the basics of websites. So we need to create ID for the inside the tags. Let's see another one. Okay, so it's the same. See, we need to do this, but I think we're just gonna use Node.js then. Get Node.js. Okay. So we can run the code just into the terminal or the console later. And next. Oh, I hope it doesn't mess with the also install AAAD, so whatever. As the music is too loud, I'm gonna get it. I hope it doesn't too loud and covers my voice. Let's see if the Visual Studio Code have any like this is TypeScript. Okay, I'm gonna install this. This code snippets will help me, I think. It's done. Okay. downloading Python for us. While installing, let's see. This one is also the same. I want to yeah, so it doesn't give me the right things to like using it on the console. It's straight away to like telling me to the straight into the website things. Wait, where to? JS output. Later I will show you guys how to use the Node.js, so we can just use the console on the Visual Studio Code, I think. But I don't know. Let's try. Exit. Enter. Okay. So I think we need to reopen our Visual Studio Code. We're gonna open a folder. We're just gonna put it into the documents, and we're gonna create a new folder. New folder. Day 1. JS. We don't need this, and let's start. So we just gonna start from the first one, which is learn the basics that we write into the notions: input, process, output, grammar, types, base syntax, variable, etc., control flow like conditional, try, catch, throw, and error objects. But okay, so we're just gonna start with variables. Okay, later we just gonna go into the input, process, and outputs, because still we need to do the variables. But okay, so variables. Okay, so variable.js. Okay, so we're gonna start go into here. So variables are containers for data. JavaScript variables can be declared in 4 ways. Modern JavaScript using let and using cons. Older JavaScript is using for. Okay, so Well, I'm still learning JavaScript the first time. I was using for because I don't know what's the use of let, and I know the use of cons, but I don't know what's the use of let. So, but here told I need to use let and cons because it's the modern JavaScript. Let's see if the other the first documentation has it. So, do we have anything here? Getting started modules. Okay. This is like the more advanced documentations of, let's see, variables. Okay. So what is variable? Variable is a container for a value, like a number we might use in a sum, or a string that we might use as a part of a sentence. So you will learn later, if you start using programming more and more, there's a lot of data types like string, integer, float, and I think JavaScript is already like automatically decide the data types based on what we type on the value itself. Yeah, so the documentation here is also using let. So declaring a variable. To use a variable, you first got to create it. More accurately, we call this declaring the variable. To do this, we type the keyword let followed by the name you want to call your variable. So variable is the container, right? And we need the container of the value to have name so we can address it later. Okay. So here, let my name and let my age. Here we creating two variables called my name and my age. Try typing this line into your web browser console. After that, try creating a variable or two with your name, your own name choice. Okay. So you can test whether these values now exist in the execution environment by typing just the variable name. For example, this is my name and my age. They currently have no value. They are empty containers. When you enter the variable names, you should get a value of undefined return. If they don't exist, you will get an error message. Try typing in Scooby-Doo. Okay, so we're just gonna try to initialize a variable. So let so my name, we need a semicolon for that, and let my age. So I think we can run it on the console. So terminal, new terminal. Can we just do for I forgot how to run this, but oh, we need to use Node. I forgot. Not var.js. Okay, it's not working as I intended. So let's see. Revealing file explorer. So Nostrophy. Okay, not var.js. We need to echo it first. Oh yeah, we need to do this. Console log, because we are not using the web browser. We need to do this. Console log my age, and then my name. It's the other way around, but alright. Node .js. Do we get anything here? No. So because it's undefined, they gave us nothing. I know this because I'm already know how the code works, but yeah, I'm just showing you guys when you have nothing. So it will look like this, but when so the next documentation is initializing a variable. So once you've declared a variable, you can initialize it by with the value. You do this by typing the variable name followed by an equal sign, followed by the value you want to give it. For example, my name and my age. So let's go into the Visual Studio Code once again. So here, let my name. I'm just gonna tell you my name, so that's fine. And 26. So why I do need this quotation marks here for my name? Why don't we just like Brian? Okay, later we will try it, but first this is the right way to use or to give a value to a text. So we letting the codes or the computer know that it is a text, not the other value. So we just gonna do it like this. So console log, my name is okay. My name, and I am my age years old. Okay, let's try it. We save it. Node.js. Okay, so my name is Brian. I am 26 years old. I think we need a space here. Okay. And then when we run it again, my name is Brian. I'm 26 years old. Okay, so this is the variables. So we look into the documentations again. A note about var. You will probably also see a different way to declare variables using the var keyword. Back when JavaScript was first created, this was the only way to declare variables. The design of var is confusing and error prone, so let was created in modern versions of JavaScript, a new keyword for creating variables that works somewhat differently to var, fixing its issues in the process. A couple of simple differences are explained below. We won't go into all the differences for now, but you will start to discover them as you learn more about JavaScript. So later we're gonna know why we use let instead of var. But if you really want to read about them, now feel free to check our let reference page. We're gonna read it a bit so we knew why we won't use var. For a start, if you write a multi-line JavaScript program that declares an initialize variable, you can actually declare a variable with var after you initialize it, and it will still work. For example, like this. Okay, start using functions. Later we will try using it also. This worked because of the hoisting. Hoisting is no longer works with let. If we change var to let in the above except it will fail with an error. This is a good thing. Declaring variable after you initialize it, it results in confusing and harder to understand code. Oh, you mean by this? So it declares later after the function is called. But yeah. Secondly, when you use var, you can declare the same variable as many times as you like, but with let you can't. The following would work. Oh. Alright, so there's a thing that we learn about the variables now. For nodes, I also don't know about this because I've always using var before. So yeah, so you guys see that I'm learning from the scratch from the first start and not just try to learn it by writing a code and actually looking into the documentations and reading it will help me out understanding it a lot more. For these reasons and more, we recommend you use let in your code rather than var unless you are explicitly writing support for ancient browser. There's no longer any reasons to use var as all modern browsers have supported let since 2015. Okay. Later you will also learn about this, the naming rules. Okay, so we're gonna move into the variable types. I'm already understand about this, but I'm just gonna read it for you guys for the videos. So numbers, you can store numbers in variables, either the whole number or decimal number, like what's written here. Also called floats or floating point numbers. You don't need to declare variable types in JavaScript. Unlike some other programming language, when you give a variable a number value, you don't include quotes. Okay, so you don't need the quotation marks. So what I said here, I already write the code before, but yeah. So it's I'm gonna let you know that when you want to declare a value as a number, you don't need the quotation mark. But it's different when we want to store a value as a text. So strings are pieces of text. Okay, so when you give a variable a string value, you need to wrap it in a single or double quotes marks. Otherwise, JavaScript tries to interpret it as another variable name. Okay, so like this. Also, we have booleans. Booleans are true or false. They can have two values, true or false. These are generally used to test the conditions, after which code is run as appropriate. So for example, a simple case would be let I'm alive is true, whereas in reality it will be used more like this. Let test 6 is bigger than 3. So using this less than operator to test whether 6 is less than 3, as you might expect it to return false because 6 is not less than 3. You will learn a lot more about such operators later on in the course. And we also have array. So array is a single object that contains multiple value in square brackets separated by commas and try entering the following lines into your code. Okay. Okay, I think we're just gonna start code while writing this, because we already reached the numbers and strings, and we just now gonna try booleans. Okay, so we're gonna go back here. Okay, so we already have my name in my age, so let's try now. Oh yeah, I want to show you what happened if we don't use the quote marks while we doing this. Okay, so save, and then we run it again, and then we gonna meet an error because Brian is not defined. It will just gonna be the JavaScript will interpret it as another variable's name. So we need the quote marks for this one. So next one is questions, and then for example, is 10 less than 3? We're just gonna make it 2 then. Let questions 2 instead, for example, is 15 bigger than 9? Okay, so we're gonna go here and console log is 10 less than 3? I think we can use commas here, but let's try. The answer is questions 1. Okay, and then we're gonna use this and then we're gonna is 15 bigger than 9? Okay, let's try. Save it. We're gonna run this. Okay, so here, yeah, you can use commas because I hate using the plus sign. I don't know what's the difference, but maybe we will know it later. But yeah, so the first console log is my name is my name and I am my age years old. So as the variables value here that you see, my name is Brian and I'm 26 years old. Is less than 3, the answer is false. Is 15 bigger than 9, the answer is true. Okay, so we got it. I think it's something to do with the spaces. Let's see. Oh, it's the same. Doesn't matter. Or is it a... Because when we do this, right? Doesn't have the spaces. Okay, let's try to remove the spaces. Or we're just gonna use plus here. Oops. Oh, it doesn't give you the yellow marks that told you it's a boolean. Like it's different value from here. Maybe later we will learn about that, but yeah, I'm just saying that you can use things with commas. So, oh, the space is just that far then. Okay. Okay, so now we learn about the booleans. Now we go ahead into the arrays. Array is a single object that contains multiple values enclosed in square brackets and separated by commas. Try entering the following lines into your console. Alright. Once this array are defined, you can access each value by their locations within the array. Try these lines. Okay, so I think I need to explain it to you guys how this works, because it doesn't really represent so when you see here, we're gonna scroll above. Okay, so here the variable is a box or a container that contains value. So an array makes you can store more than one value. Okay, so we using something like this, where the container gonna save the value and give index locations, so the computer knows where you stored it. Okay, so here the square brackets specify an index value corresponding to the positions of the value you want returned. You might have noticed that array in JavaScript are zero index. The first element is at index 0. So when you put it like this, I don't know, maybe I could use paint. Okay, so here we have Chris, Bob, and Jim. Okay, we're just gonna use this. Chris is too small. Maybe this was too small. Maybe we use 28. Chris, Bob, and Jim. Okay, so the index goes like this one is 0, this one is 1, and this one is 2. Okay, so yeah, the index goes like this. So this is the first locations, this is the second one, and then this is the third one. So when we call a variable, so you notice, right, that when we are in the Visual Studio Code, we actually calling the value of the variable. So like this, for examples, console log my age. Okay, it will call the value of what is inside the variables. Okay, 26. Okay, so when we have array, so let's try to build an array. So let neighbors equal we're gonna store it as tags abim, and this is my friend's name, but all right, and this is our Indonesian's name, so don't get weird. When we use the console log like this, okay, 26 or my age, it already called the value inside the my age, but my age is only have one values, but neighbors have 3 of them. So what happened if we call not without the locations of the value? So neighbors. Let's see what's happened. Oops. This, it will call the whole things inside the array. So it will be Abim, Bayu, and Andika. But yeah, now you see it. We need to, in some cases, we need to point it out where actually the value that we want. So we don't want to do this, right? For example, let name one. Okay, we need this. Let name one, and then like this, right? Name 2, name 3. We don't want this. Or like maybe like neighbors 1. Oops. 1, 2, 3. We don't want this because there's a lot of variables that thrown around. This is like really a lot of things going on. Actually, let's see. We need to this semicolon for this, but why is not an error? What if we put semicolon here? Oops. It doesn't do anything, but I'm just gonna use it because the codes inside the documentation uses it. Yeah, let's see if it's still not anything difference. No. Yeah, so we want to store like things like names, because you have, for example, a lot of neighbors. You don't want like create a lot of variables for a lot of names, so we can just have one variable store all their names, but we need the locations of each value that we put into the variables itself. So when right there we need index. So when we put 0, for examples, let's see. Oops, I need to save it first. Okay, Abim. Okay, so we can do it like this. My neighbors are spaces, comma, neighbors 0, neighbors 1, and neighbors 3. Let's see. Okay. Oh, I mean 2. It's undefined because we don't have anything for the fourth one yet. So the index you see there, we cannot go outside the index. It will give us undefined value. Okay. I don't think we need spaces here because, oops, not here. We don't need spaces here because I think the commas already give you spaces. Okay. Yeah, right there. So this is how we use. Later we will also use the loopings for use it more like, what if we have a lot of data, right? Like what if we have a lot of neighbors, like maybe 100 neighbors, there's a way to creating a scenario where you can just use loops to list every one of them just with a little bit of code. But yeah, this is the array, so let's move up into the next things. Objects. Okay, I think we're gonna add here first variables. Oh, objects includes into the variables, I guess. Hey, there's a lot of things. Why does it start variables? But later. Okay. In programming, an object is a structure of code that models real-life objects. You can have an object that represents a box and contains information about width, length, height, or you could have an object that represents a person and contains data about their name, height, and weight, what language they speak, or how to say hello to them, and more. So okay, so yeah, you see that object is a structure of code that models a real-life object. So you have objects, it must have a characteristic or a core thing that defines the objects. Like for example, the variable name, for example, will be like maybe phone. Then this one is dog, so we're gonna use another example. For example, phone. And then here have breed. Documentation here show the examples as breed, but we can use another one for examples. So to retrieve the information stored in the object, you can use the following syntax. So yeah, let's try. We use the variable name, and then the field or the tags that you need to call. For example, in this one is the name of the dog. Okay, we're gonna use another example. So let phone. Here we're gonna use curly bracket, run. I think it's like this, right? Yeah, right. Do we need the quotation mark? No. Run. For example, Samsung. And then type S25, 24, and then OS. For examples, we can type here Android. Okay, like this. And then we're gonna do the calling with also the console log. I have. Can we call the variables inside the console log like this? No. I think we have a way to call the variables inside the text, but maybe later we will learn how to do it. I have phone name, phone brand, and then phone type. Operating system is an phone OS. Okay, I always forgot about this. Okay, save it, we run it. I have Samsung Galaxy S25. The operating system is an Android. Okay. Now we finish the objects. Now we go into dynamic typing. JavaScript is dynamically typed language, which means that unlike some other languages, you don't need to specify what data type variable will contain, numbers, strings, or etc. That I already mentioned it before. For example, if you declare a variable like give it the value enclosed in quotes, the browser treats the variable as a string. Okay, even the value enclosed in quotes is just digits, like it is still a string, not a number, so be careful like this. Later we will get an example of how this works with the math and number and operators. Okay, try entering 4 lines above. Oh, this is the type of. Okay, so try entering the 4 lines above into your console one by one and see what the results are. You will notice that we are using a special operator called type of. This returns the data type of the variable. You type it after it. The first time it is called, it should return string. As at the point that my number variables contain a string 500. Have a look and see what it returns the second time you call it. Okay, so can we put it into it like this? So let test1 equal 500. Let test2 equal 500. And then we will see does the array do the same thing. So let test3 so the first one is 500 and the second one is 500. Okay, console log. I want to have spaces because there's a lot of things. I don't know how to create a new lines between the things. Actually, let's see. Let's look it up in the internet because it will help you. New lines, console JavaScript. Break. Oh, \n. So it's the same as the other. Okay, we just gonna add it here. So n. Okay. So can we do it like this? Console log. Can we use R? Oops. Like this? No, we cannot. Okay, whatever. So the value of test of no the data type of variable test1 oh yeah, the value of test1 is test1. I think this is more like test1, and the data types is, can we do this type of do we need spaces? We need it. Type of test1. Can we do it like this? Let's see. Okay, so we can do that. And then we're gonna do another one. We can use it like this and test2. Okay, and then another one. Test3. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, I forgot. This is become an object, not an array. So what if we have object? So okay, let's see. We're gonna create another one, and then instead of the test3, we're gonna phone. Okay, and we do this. It is also an object, but why this one is not detected as an array? So let's search it out. Why an array in JavaScript define it as an object? Oh, all right. Let's see the results. All right then. So we can also use it like this. One more. So the value of test3, first value is test3 0, and then this one also test3 0. Okay, same one. Just gonna need the 0 to 1, and then this is one the second value. The first value of the test3 first index. This one also index. Okay, let's see. Okay, there you go. Okay, you can close this. constants in JavaScript as well as variables. You can declare constants. Okay, these are like variables, except that you must initialize them when you declare them. So we need to put the value inside that when we actually declare it. You can't assign them a new value after you initialize them. So for example, using let, you can declare a variable without initializing it. So like this. If you try to do this using const, you will see an error. Similarly with let, you can initialize a variable, then assign it into a new value. This is called reassigning the variable. Okay, like this. Okay, we're gonna try to create an error first. You can update, add or remove properties of an object declared using const, because even though the content of object has changed, the constant is still pointing toward the same object. So okay, that's new for me, because because the object doesn't have the value or the key value inside the bird have its own value, the bird cannot change its structure, I think, but the value inside the key value can be changed. So yeah, we will try after this. So if you can't do as much with const as you can with let, why would you prefer to use it rather than let? In fact, const is very useful. If you use const to name a value, it tells anyone looking at your code that this name will never be assigned to a different value. Anytime they see this name, they will know what it refers to. Yeah, so it should make sense for you also. In this course, we adopt the following principle about when to use let and when to use const. Use const when you can, and use let when you have to. This means that if you initialize a variable when you declare it, you don't need to reassign it later. So make it a constant. So for examples, I want to make I think we can use the example like this. So when I want to introduce myself with this code, later I will try to. Okay, so I will give an example, but not now, because it will be weird explaining that, because my English is so rough, so scoffs. But yeah, let's try the const first and see what you get when you try the error one. Okay, so so here console log, we're just gonna use const bread. Okay, it gives an error because it says const declarations must be initialized, so we cannot do this. For example, bread. Bucket, and then can we use bread equal sour bread? Okay, so console log I eat bread. Okay, and then console log Actually, I eat bread. Okay, can we do it like this? Let's see. Hey, use your semicolon. Okay. No, cannot. Let's see. Assignment to constant variable, so it does give us an error. So yeah, let's see if we use let. Oops. Let. Okay, we run it again. I eat bucket. Actually, I eat sour bread. Okay, so it worked. So we're gonna, I think this is a comment. Okay, and then this is cannot. This is an error. Okay, what's next? Oh yeah, the object one. Wait. For example, scones menu equal bread sour bread. Okay, and then console log the menu today for bread is menu bread. Okay, but if we do like menu bread equal so console log the menu for next day is menu bread. Okay, okay, let's try it. Okay, there you go. Okay, so summary, by now you should know a reasonable amount of JavaScript variables and how to create them. In the next article, we will give you some tests that you can use to check how well you've understood and retained the informations. Okay, so interactive challenge. First of all, we are giving you a fun interactive variables challenge created by our learning partner Screamba. Watch the embed Scream and complete the task on the timeline. Little boss icon by following the instructions and editing the code. When you're done, you can resume watching the Scream to check how the teacher's solution matches up with yours. Task 1. Okay. To complete this task, add a new line to correct the value stored in the existing my name variable to your own name. Okay. Don't edit the code above here. Add your code here. Okay, so play. Okay, here, and then just my name, Ryan. Is it? To complete this test, add a new line to correct the value stored in the existing myname variable to your own name. Okay. Done. Done. It's already run. Okay. Click here to the solutions. Okay. I forgot the semicolon, but okay. Oops. Task 2. The final task for now. In this case, you are provided with some existing code which has 2 errors present in it. The results panel should be outputting the name Chris and a statement about how old Chris will be in 20 years time. We want you to fix the problem and correct the output. Oh, you were using dollars. Alright. Is it? Later I will try this. This panel should be outputting the name Chris and a statement about how old Chris will be in 20. Okay, let's try it. I think it's just does this become LED? Or like this? This one also can, but you can also do this. Press, and we delete this. Okay. My age was 20. And edit the code below here. In 20 years, I will be 4220. What? But they said don't edit the code below here. But it doesn't work. What's wrong with this one? In 20 years I will be 4220. This is because the plus and it doesn't count the math for it. Let's see. Huh? Oh yeah, I forgot things. Okay, like this. Oh, you can use default for this one. Can you? Let's see. Okay. And then this is 42. Oops. What? You can use this default. Oh, we need to use comms. Wait. Yeah, LED. Only fixing the LED one. Okay, we can use this so it will be easier if we do our codes like this. So instead of like this, we can just go here, add a quotation mark, and then dollar, Can we do this? Huh? We cannot. We need to use not the quotation mark, but this one. I think it's different things, but alright. I don't think we can use it with console log. Yeah, this is why we need to learn it step by step from the scratch, so it doesn't get confused about what happened. But yeah, this is the first one. Okay, what's next? Okay, numbers and operators. Okay, so before we do this, because how long this video already? It's 1 hour and 30 minutes. So for the last one, because we already done things with this, where's my Notion? Okay, here. Learn the basics variables. We're gonna type here what we already learned. Let's see. Can we hide this? Yeah. Oops. And then where's the, yeah, this one. Okay, so we learned the variable basics, which is numbers, string, array, booleans. We actually learned the arithmetic operators, the logic operators I mean, but we're gonna save more for the next one. What else? Oh, objects. Object. And then what else? Declarations and initialize. Okay. Also at the end of the learning sessions, I want to because this is the basics, we need to try to create a simple script to implement these things, right? So create introduction script with variables. Okay, so here we're gonna go into new files and then intro.js. Okay, so okay, I think it's the best to use objects here. So no, we're just gonna use const. So because of the context of when to use let and const, I'm gonna rename this f2. Brian intro. Okay, so const name Brian. age 26. Can we do this? So let bio equal name Brian. Can we do this? So name equal Brian. I think we can, but let's try. And then let's say let nums and then age nums. Okay, and then can we do this? Hobby codes music and then games. Region Indonesia. And then height 180 centimeters. What else? Then we can do this. I'm just gonna I forgot the shortcut. And then what else? Quote, like quotes of the day, but subscribe and like. Subscribe and like, okay. And then we can do like console log. Hello, my name is bio name, and then I am, oh yeah, I am bio age, and then years old. I think we need to like from I am from bioregion, and then commas I am currently, I think we need commas for this one. My name is blah blah blah. I'm from. Okay, comma. Currently learning JavaScript from scratch, even though I already knew some. And I am learning new things on the first day. Like the difference for let and far. I'll also learn that in JavaScript, cons object key value can be changed. What else? I think I also learned something. Oh yeah. Plus the arrays, plus the type of array is classified or identified as an object. It's not explicitly says arrays. Okay. What else? I started this YouTube channel. Wait, the music died. I started this YouTube channel because I want to be productive. Because I'm very lazy. Some info about myself. Is I have some hobbies which are, can we use this? Okay, bio hobby 0, and then one and 2. I wish I could call the variables inside the quote marks, but I will learn. I think I will learn it later in the second part of the learning session. But yeah, commas. My height is bio satisfied, and then CM I think that is all for the introduction. Lastly, we can use this and then the quotes of the day is oh yeah, I need to tell you guys this. When you want to use quote marks inside the text, you need to put it like this. The quote of the day is and then can we though? We cannot. We need to learn the string. Let's see. I want to finish this so bad. Oops. This one. Okay. This one. The power of words. Do we need to use the backtick to wrap your strings? Oh, do we need to add it there? Like this. It's never too late. And then bio quote. Hey, look, I forgot the semicolon here and there. But don't worry, it will become a habit later. Okay, save. And then note Brian intro.js. Why it's undefined. So, hello, my name is Brian. I'm from Indonesia. I'm 26 years old. I'm currently learning JavaScript from scratch. Why it's only like this? Hello. Oh. Hello. Oh, okay, so it can be like this. Okay. Currently learning JavaScript from scratch, even though I already knew some, and then I am learning new things on the first day, like the difference for let and for. I also learned that in JavaScript once object key value can be changed. Plus, the type of array is classified or identified as an object. Oh my god. As an object. It's not explicitly says arrays. And then I started this YouTube channel because I want to be productive, because I'm very lazy. Some info about myself. I have some hobbies which are code, music, and games. Why this is said undefined? I don't know. my height is 180 centimeters. I think that's all for the introductions. The things here that says undefined is really confusing. Let's see. What if I save it and then run it again? Okay, so we're gonna use AI for this. So let's see. Okay, here, why after the bio it says undefined after the bio hobby index 0 till 2, it says undefined 2 times in the output. Wait, I fucked up. I know. It's not supposed to be like this. Oh my god. Codes, games, and music. So yeah, read your codes, guys. If you found an error, you need to read your codes. So it should be fixed. Okay. I have some hobbies which are codes, game, music. Okay, that's good. Okay. Okay. We do something about this. Oh no. Whatever. Oh, I get it. What about 3? Okay. Okay. Finish. Okay. Oops. Can we refer to the normal one? No. Okay. Is it because? Normal? Is it normal again? Okay, it's normal again. Upload the project. the GitHub. Okay. Allow. Continue. I think we need to set the GitHub first. The Git, I mean. Public. Okay. Yeah, I need to do the config. So we're gonna right. So git config global user, oops, not using that, user name okay, is it, do I need to use the email? Let's try. Oh wait guys, but you need to use git config before you can start publishing via the Visual Studio Code. User email and then my email. Okay. Running JavaScript. Save. Publish. Oh, it's already published. Wait. No. We don't need to republish. Okay, let's see. We're going into GitHub. My profile. It's not published yet. Let's branch. Wait, it doesn't work. Wait, let me republish this one. Oops, there's something like embarrassing there, but whatever. Actually, like day one, and then we're gonna put this here. Okay, and we're gonna rename the things. Can we rename it from here? No. All right. Okay. JavaScript. Man. It's still open? Hey. What open it? Which one? On it. W. Wait, what? Is it here? No, it's not. Oh, is it that? Learning JavaScript. Okay, it's that one. Okay. Can we renew? Did it renew? Oh, I need to republish it. Yeah, that's weird. Publish. Public. Oops. Alright. Let's see. Okay. I think it's good now. See, there's not a lot of things that I create. Plus, you need to use this stuff, guys. You need to use GitHub. It's for your own good. Okay, good. Okay, I will put the link into the description so you can see the code that I create. You can mess around with it. So yeah, I think that's all. Okay, I think that's all. It's been like how many hours was it? It's 2 hours. Okay, so we're gonna create a 2 to 3 hour session for the first video, the first session of the video. I know it's like not really efficient for me, but I want to learn it slowly. I want to read all those things that I might have missed, and because every programming language has its own different things, right? Like the arrays in JavaScript count as an object. It identified as an object when you use type of for it, and yeah, there's a lot of things that I might have missed along the way, but yeah, I want to just learning it slowly so I can um, grasp it. Like, I also want you guys to see the perspective of, even though I'm already knew some basic stuff of programming, um, how it looks like learning it from the beginning. Like, I will also help, like, for the new guys that trying programming, and then I don't know, will anyone ever watch my videos from the start until the end? But yeah, if you are new to programming and then stumble upon this video and want to learn JavaScript to create websites, later integrate a lot of things into your websites, maybe in the future, I also want to, like, explain those things, those basic things to you guys. So it's just a documentations of what I will do. Then yeah, showing you guys the POVs of how a programmer will learn itself. Don't get me wrong, there are some fast learner just knowing things like right from the bat, but yeah, I'm just trying to grasp everything from the beginning, maybe until, who knows, I can become an expert at this field. But I hope so, because I want this productive activity to be like more be more fruitful in the end. So I think this is the beginning. Yeah, so that's it for today. I don't know if I can make like this activity like a daily, maybe. If I cannot, at least like I'm gonna record like every 2 days maybe. So yeah. Oh my god, my throat. I don't usually talk this much because yeah, but yeah, that's it for the first session of the video. I don't know, I hope I can upload this long video to YouTube, so I don't have any problems with it. So yeah, but that's all for today. I hope the first video will give you a good insight, a good impact on you, on yourself, on myself also. But I hope this will be a good journey ahead. So yeah, that's it for the first video via the Notions. We need to make it finish. Okay, and then it's not the, yeah, hey, I want to go back into the, can I go back? Okay, so I need to press space first. Next video. Okay, that's kind of slow. I'm gonna give you the guys that, so it's gonna be slow, maybe like 50 to 100 session of learning. But yeah, I hope this will be a great journey. So see you guys next time. Stay tuned, and guys, and like the video if you like the videos. Okay, I think that's it. I'm not used to create the content yet for now. I'm planning some stuff in the future that maybe I'm gonna share tips and trick here and there if I found it, and create this short to film more contents to the YouTube channel. So yeah, I hope that will be I can do it by the time I found more patience into creating content about coding stuffs in the future, but who knows. So see you guys in the next session of learning. So you can leave any comments if you're new, if you're an expert. Please let me know your opinion in the comment section. So see you guys next time. Bye bye.